Hey Ben, what's up, buddy? I heard you were having this Chi Cruz appreciation night, and I think this is a great idea because guys like Chi Cruz were guys who laid the foundation for guys like myself and Brody, Steele, and guys that we learned a lot so that we would be able to take the knowledge that we took from guys like Chi Cruz and get to travel around the world and get to take their experiences that they taught us. And, Chi was amazing. My first year at Grand Prix Wrestling in 1999, Chi was so good to me because I sucked ass. And Chi always took the time to work with me either before the matches started or that night, give me some information about my match. And, what a better babyface than Chi Cruz to learn from your first year in the business. I was very fortunate. We had a lot of great people to learn from. The Cuban Assassin, the Beast, Leo Burke, some of the best. But Chi Cruz, he was out and being able to go every night. Some of his matches with Joe Legend, my first year in the business, were just, you want to go out and learn how to be a top-notch babyface. Who better than Chi Cruz to learn from? And, to get his wealth of experience from his time in Memphis and stuff like that, when he got to see a lot of things and got to see a lot of different styles. So, yeah, Chi Cruz, man, he's the best. And not just in the ring, amazing baby face. He was a great heel in real action wrestling. The last year that we were in the Maritimes here, what a great guy to travel with. What a great guy to work and learn from. And that last year with real action wrestling, when we had that house on Pemperell, Cheech and I were roommates, and man, thank God that there wasn't cell phone cameras and stuff like that back then. But it was Cheech is the man, and he's very well respected around the world. When I got to Puerto Rico, Slash Venom came up to me, and Slash was like, "Do you know Bobby Bolton?" And I was like, "Who the fuck is Bobby Bolton?" And then I finally pieced it together that it was Cheech. So, he's got respect of some of the best veterans around the world. Everybody that I worked with that knew Cheech had nothing but respect for him. So, I think it's about time Chi Cruz got his props, Best dude ever. Guy on the road, that's the guy you want to go up and down the road with. And I'm glad I got the pleasure of learning and going up and down the road with him, and Cheech and I becoming not just friends, but brothers, because there's something about, I feel kind of bad for the kids today. They don't get to experience it, but going 7 days a week and being on the road and being away from your family, you want to be with some good brothers. And we were very fortunate in the Maritimes, and that, for guys coming in at the time, that example was set from guys like Chi Cruz, who learned from the guys before them, like the Leo Burks and the Beasts and whatnot. So, they passed the torch to Cheech, and Cheech was kind enough to pass knowledge down to guys like myself and Bobby Roode and Brody Steele and all us guys that were coming up at the time. And, if we're having Chi Cruz appreciation night, I tip my hat. Appreciate you, Cheech. Take care, brother. Love you, man.
I first met Chi in August of 1998. I was 2 weeks into the business. I had heard that he was the best wrestler in the country. He proved that immediately. But I'm sure that everyone who participates in this will tell you how great of a wrestler Chi is. But that's not what stuck out to me most. What stuck out to me was he was a mentor. He was any question I had. I was only 2 weeks into the business, so any question I had, he really wanted to help everybody, how to conduct ourselves, how to handle fans, whatever the question was. He had been there and done that for years, and that's what I remember most about Chi. And if I ever needed advice now, after all these years, he'd still be one of the first people I'd ask. Thank you, Cheech. It was an honor and privilege to know you, wrestle you, and call you a friend.
I could show Chi Cruz some appreciation. When I was 15, 16 years old, Chi Cruz was main eventing cards throughout the Maritimes with Joe Legend. And when I donned some boots and learned to be a pro wrestler, it was after I met Chi Cruz already on the tour, because I didn't know anything about wrestling until I met guys like Chi Cruz and Eddie Watts. Going up north for the first time with Tony Condello, and Chi Cruz was on the tour, and I knew a guy like him on the tour, I'd learn a little bit. And I learned just a little bit. Just a little. But yeah, Cheech was the man. He was well-renowned for two things. One, his hair. Because back in the day, not so much now, but back in the day, Chi Cruz had the nicest hair in professional wrestling. Except I didn't know that if you're going to take Chi Cruz out to the bar, that nice hair was like a 45 to an hour long wait to get that beautiful locks of Chi Cruz. So that's one thing. The other thing he's known for, his punch. The Smooth Herminator. Not only, legend has he knocked out a fella or two in Sydney's Mecca, formerly known Smooth Hermans, but there was this one time at Curly Portables in Enfield. Chi Cruz was across the ring from me in some tag team action. We got to that point in the match where the good guys are in the ring asking for the bad guys to get back in and get their comeuppance. And Chi Cruz is on the outside, and beknownst to him, one of my co-workers from the block plant, good old Yan, thought he'd had enough of Chi Cruz's cowardly actions and was going to throw him back in the ring. Cheech wasn't having it. No. Buddy grabbed a hold of Cheech. Cheech turned around. Wham! Smooth Herminator right in the face. And that was the end of Yan. And the legend of Chi Cruz was born. Cheech, you're the man. Stay cool.
Wildman Gary Williams here for the Chi Cruz Appreciation Night. Wow, what a cool idea, guys. Cheech, what can I say about him? He is definitely one of the best wrestlers to ever step foot in a ring, in my opinion anyways, and definitely the most underrated wrestler in the world, and I'm sure that'll be agreed upon with everybody watching out there. Who's ever known Cheech, watched any of his matches, or has wrestled him. He was just a ring general. He was just that guy. Myself, I was fortunate enough to break in the business in '97, and he was on that tour, and of course many, many tours later throughout my career. But I'll never forget. We were in there we were going over the match, and I think it was the first time we ever wrestled together. And he says, "Yeah, we'll go in there. We'll do kill 5 minutes, do some chain wrestling, right?" And I'm like, "Holy shit, 5 minutes! I suck at chain wrestling. I was never good at it, very limited." And I'm like, if I can do 5 seconds. So anyway, he's like, "Yeah, we'll do we'll kill about 5 minutes with that." I'm like, "I don't know how to chain wrestle." He's like, "Dude, don't worry about it. Just follow my lead in there." So I'm like, okay. And sure enough, man, I had him in all these reversals and holds and stuff I'd never even seen. One time I ended up with his leg up. I mean, he was doing it all on his own. I mean, that's just how good Cheech is in the ring. That's just Chi Cruz. And but yeah, I was very fortunate. I got to learn so much from him. He's the one guy where I've learned the most about how to be a babyface. Because being a good guy is actually a lot harder than being a bad guy. So that was definitely he was the key for me to be able to work as a good babyface. But damn, Chi Cruz. I mean, outside the ring, you can't have anybody out there as much fun as Chi Cruz. I mean, we'd be in Halifax, after a Real Action Wrestling show or Grand Prix or whatever the hell we were working for at the time, and we'd be driving to the bars. And I'm not sure if you guys can hear it in the background here, but back in the New York groove, it was so funny. Cheech would crank that song over and over until we got to the bar we were going to, man, just to get all G'd up. It was fantastic. But yeah, Cheech, man, dude, I miss you. I love you. And hopefully we get to hook up at some point and, hang out like the good old days. I don't think we'll be in the ring having great matches like we used to, but hey, what can you do? Cheech, peace out, bro. Love ya. Thanks for doing this thing for Cheech, guys. Whoever's taking care of this, Ben, New Scott. Anyway, for Wildman, later.
Welcome, everybody, to Chi Cruz Appreciation Night. I am your host, Big Ben Ortmanns. My co-host for the evening is my friend New Scott here. He is a maritime historian, wrestling historian. He is a promoter. He is an all-around good guy, and he's going to be helping me tell the wonderful story of an incredible man, and quite frankly, somebody that I genuinely think is one of the greatest wrestlers to come out of Canada that unfortunately nobody has ever heard of. And that is why we are bringing this here to you tonight, because quite frankly, I genuinely believe that if you have not seen Chi Cruz wrestle, you are in for a treat over this next hour and a half or so, I think. And thank you very much, first of all, to Sneaky Togs for gifting some subs. I do appreciate that. But however, tonight is not about the subs. However, trust me, super appreciated. But I will put them over a little bit later on because we're here to put over our buddy here tonight. So, New Scott, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. And first off, I want to thank you for having me on this tonight. The very first real action show I went to, the only wrestler I had heard about going into the show was Chi Cruz. I didn't know independent wrestling was a thing, really, but I knew who Chi Cruz was for some reason. And I went to that show, and man, was I pleasantly surprised, because I was used to just seeing WWE or whatever, right?
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
I was going to say, I think I know why you knew who Chi Cruz was, because I had the same thing. When I was growing up, I didn't really understand what independent wrestling was. I only knew what independent wrestling was through a column in the back of the Toronto Sun. So I'm assuming that in the Maritimes, you guys just got a version of whatever the Toronto Sun was. It was canoe sports. But every 2 weeks on, I believe, the Saturday, that was what I would look forward to as a kid, was reading this little quarter-page article in the back of the sports page about whatever wrestling was, because it was kind of like a wrestling insider thing. And I knew of 4 different wrestlers outside of the WWF and WCW at the time, and I knew who Joey Legend was. I know who Johnny Devine was. I knew who Notorious TID was, and I knew who Chi Cruz was. And I knew those 4 because for some reason, those 4 just always were mentioned in this little thing. So for the people who don't understand the concept of having to find things out in the newspaper, I guess that was we were kind of like the last generation of that, I think. But that was a huge deal. So to me, before I even knew what Chi Cruz looked like, before I even had ever seen him wrestle, to me, he was like this god of Canadian independent wrestling. So when I got the opportunity to meet him, it was actually on a Real Action Wrestling show, which was the last Real Action Wrestling show that ever happened. And we
July 29th, 2002.
Yeah, we didn't really get to chat that much, but I knew who the hell he was, and I was very, very intimidated by his presence. So when Vance Nevada called me out of the blue one day and asked me if I wanted to go and do the Northern Hell Tour with Tony Condello, I asked him, well, when do I need to go? He's like, I need you there, tonight. And I was like, well, holy shit. Who else is on this tour? And he said that my mic is messing up bad. Okay, well, sorry, Chris. But he'd mentioned that Chi Cruz was on the tour. So New Scott sounds like a lion. So, oh, not yours, the other guys. Okay. But yeah, so anyway, when I found out that Chi Cruz was on this tour, that was my selling point. I literally grabbed my stuff and was just in case the opportunity came up. And I begged Tony Condello the entire tour, which is hilarious because the dude I was wrestling was Kenny Omega on the tour, but I was begging to wrestle Chi Cruz. And then finally I got to, and I remember walking up to him and just being like, hey, what do you want to do tonight? And I was so nervous. And he's just like, we're the main event? I was like, yes, sir. And he's just like, so we're doing 45 minutes? I was just like, okay. And it's just like, he's like, and he just does this. Stunner, and then walks away. And I was like, wait, stunner who? Do I stunner? Who stunners who? Do you stunner? Oh, yeah, you stunner me. I'm taking this. Wait, is that all I know? For 45 minutes? Oh, shit. And then I was the heel. And as a babyface, Chi Cruz walked me through a 45-minute main event as a babyface, which is like literally the most impossible thing that you can do. It's so hard, but like I knew right then and there that everything I heard about this man was legit. And we are going to start off, we're going to watch some of the early Chi Cruz stuff. And we're going to pay homage to not just Cheech in this match, but to a gentleman who really helped us get the word out about this night. Thank you very much, Chris Jericho, for retweeting and helping us get the good word out. You've been such a great help for this entire evening. I'm sure that you guys will all find out later. But we're going to start this night with Chi Cruz teaming with Chris Jericho, taking on the team of Brian Jewell and Lenny Sinclair. Give me one moment here, and we are going to start this right up.
You have to do a tag team action. Irish whip now off the
Now, one thing that we have to tell you to keep in mind, this footage is very grainy. It comes from a time where 4K wasn't perhaps a thing.
St. Clair showing a lot of fight left in him after that maneuver. I'm surprised he even got up after that drop kick, but we got to get Jewell in there, I guess, if you're a fan of St. Clair and Jewell, that team.
This is Cheech is in the black trunks in the ring. One of the best baby faces that you're ever going to see. New Scott, this is for WFWA, correct?
That's correct, WFWA.
Yes, it is.
He has been in the past. Lenny St. Clair is a fabulous athlete, and he's also a very tough individual.
And then Jericho in those excellent Zubaz trunks, or the pants.
The Japanese, and now he's doing the smart thing, as you said earlier, first smart thing you said today, and he's tagging in Brian Jewell, and look at him go to work on Chi Cruz. Come on, Brian.
Holy cow, Jewell, what a brawler, landing those big blows there, and another one.
One thing that you will always hear about Chi Cruz, I think, from anybody that has ever watched him wrestle or has worked with him, is that not only like the fact that he's amazing, but like he might be the best seller I have ever seen. Like, and I'm not just talking like, oh, I'm with my buddy, so I'm saying, like, I mean ever. Like, this dude sells incredible. And look at this crowd.
And he may have knocked him out.
Holy cow, only a 2 count, but you're absolutely
It's an outside
right.
show, too, by the looks of it. I don't remember, but yeah.
Clair DDT'd the heavyweight champion, Chi Cruz. And now on the other side of this one, Cruz has got to make the tag, but look at these two men. This one's going to turn out to be a big brawl.
It's a big brawl already, Joe, and you saw that DDT. Chi Cruz, a Canadian heavyweight champion. He's a great athlete. You are not going to pin him unless you grapevine the
I know that's not Don Callis doing commentary, but it sounds like Don Callis doing commentary.
Chi Cruz came out the back door because Lenny forgot to grapevine the leg.
It's probably Don Callis.
I can guarantee you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you get a chance to see the stars of the WFWA live in your area, get your tickets early, whether singles, action, or tag team matches, or whatever it may be on the marquee. I can guarantee you one thing, when it's the WFWA,
I have to preface, I haven't gone through and really watched any of these matches. I've just kind of snuck through them just to make sure that like the footage was good, because I wanted to watch this with everybody just as well.
I watched it years ago when I originally got it, but I haven't watched it since. Like, I've had this for almost 20 years now, probably.
Cheech was super efficient in his movement. Like, not a wasted... Everything was...
You gotta keep on top of the action week
He's an artist, man.
You're
like,
gonna miss something.
Oh, you're definitely going to miss it. And
one thing I got there was a thing going around like a little while ago about who's like the hardest chopper in wrestling, and I was trying to explain to people who didn't maybe know that I'm like, man, I wish you guys knew who Chi Cruz was, because like his chops genuinely feel like you're getting hit in the chest with a frying pan that's being swung by a silverback gorilla. Like, it's just
with action like this.
It is a lot.
I filmed a match between Cheech and Steen in like 2003, where Cheech chopped Steen and Steen lost his legs out from under him. His legs turned to rubber. That's how hard he chopped.
That sounds accurate, though.
This one's been an
actually, I don't know. New Scott, maybe you would know. Was WFWA Don Callis' promotion?
At this point, that Chi Cruz
I don't
and Chris
remember,
Jericho
honestly.
are a little bit behind on points. If this were a boxing match, which which it's not. Although one would think it might be with all the punches that we have seen.
One sec, I can find out though, probably.
Cruz is in a lot of trouble right now. And as you
definitely not Tony Reffing like he Kenny Rogers or Winnipeg ref.
Brian Jewell and Lenny St. Clair, and there's a beautiful fist right to the throat. I think Chi Cruz may get pinned.
I can't see that happening just yet in this match. He's got a lot of fight going.
Classic babyface sell from Cheech here.
WFWA,
Canelo.
Through his veins. And Lenny St. Clair, nice
I thought so. I was going to say,
it doesn't say who the
if
promoter
you're willing,
was.
a kick there that lands as Cruz tried to turn it around.
I was going to say, I didn't think Callis would be old enough to promote shows at this point.
Cruz,
I don't
he's
know.
getting a little mad in there. I'll tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen. If he can
it has
turn
the
this
title
one around,
history
he's
here.
gotta make that
It looks
tag,
like
but
the last
St. Clair,
champ was in
he is staying on top of him
1994.
like a winter coach.
Stan Saxton.
Cruz, I mean, he has had Lenny St. Clair all over him like flies on you know what. And that's not a little joke on Chi Cruz.
Tony Candela was a three-time champ.
My point.
Was
what
he?
a great athlete Lenny St.
According
Clair
to
is.
this.
What a great athlete Brian Jewell is.
Oh,
really
Callis
giving
was
it
Booker.
to Chi Cruz.
Oh, he ducks
Do you
under the
think he was the
clothesline
natural?
there, and
He was the natural Don Callis at one point.
Look at that fucking fire! Dude, that crossbody and then right into the tag.
Big right hand. Now another one for good measure. And the impact is definitely showing with Chris Jericho in there right now. We're just over the 5-minute mark.
Look at those tights on Jericho.
Jericho coming alive, trying to save his team here. And Jewell comes in there for a big
Chris
right
Jericho
hand.
wasn't kidding
A
when he
big
said he
body
wanted to be
slam
one of the
now.
Rockers.
And
Hey, look at those tights.
Sudden impact. Chris Jericho, go. He's a one-man wrecking crew.
You're getting all excited. I know that Chris Jericho's always been your favorite.
I'm blown away. Like this.
Belly to belly. I want to move.
It's young Chris Jericho. Like that's
a smart move by Brian Jewell.
He did save his team on that one.
Yeah, this would have been one of his, has to be one of his first years in the business.
And a big
Yeah, he's got to be first couple.
Right to the chest area, if you will. And Jewell from outside with that big left foot, if you will.
I should have come over to watch this with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm breaking
Cheech isn't here yet, I don't think. I know he will be here shortly, though.
This one has been a topsy-turvy contest. And look at sudden impact. Chris Jericho go
dinner.
way up
He was.
high in the
He's
sky.
a little busy eating dinner.
He comes down with that big hand that lands, and it might be all over.
My man's a family
Saved
man.
by the bell there.
That's
Not
right.
really, but by his partner, Brian Jewell. We got all four of them in there.
Well, it's a pair 6 brawl. We got all 4 men in the ring, and Chris Jericho made the initial mistake. You should never
are they
go
going
for
for
a
the
pin in the other man's corner. But
excellent
it hasn't hurt them
crisscross
again, because look at
applesauce?
Jericho. He is on fire, and so is Chi Cruz, who's recuperated. And they got both men on the run, and I hope that Lenny and Cruz do something soon.
They turned that one around there. Holy cow, look at this one. Both of them reverse it one more time. And
That's the hot comeback. Yes!
And this one, just what I expected might happen has happened. We've got all 4 of them outside the ring.
Well, why isn't the referee disqualified Chi Cruz for coming in? Jericho's the legal
Now, I
man
just
with
have to
Lenny
point
St.
out, does
Clair.
anybody know who Lenny St. Clair actually is?
Dr. Luther?
That would be the man. That's Dr. Luther.
And they are going all the way live. And why doesn't the referee disqualify Chi Cruz?
Well, I'll tell you what,
What do I
the
win?
referee had the count on, but we got to be close. And the
Potentially
bell
some
has
more
been
followers
rung.
on
The referee
Twitter.
has
Go, New
counted,
Sky.
I would think both teams out from what we can see so far until we get his official decision. But look at this. You've got Cruz and Jewell on one side, and on the other side, you can't see him in your television set.
Is this a no
Here we
contest?
go. You've got Lenny St. Clair with Sunday. He's got a table.
Where is this match? Is this in the parking lot of like a 7-Eleven?
I don't know.
This is the Japanese influence on Lenny St. Clair. Look at him. He's a sick man. He's a twisted man. But look in the ring because Chi Cruz and Brian Jewell are still going at it. He hit him with a table.
just
He
throwing
threw it at him.
tables.
Crying out loud, I'll tell you what, nothing's safe in this kind of a match unless it's bolted down, and I even have to wonder about that. Look at Cruz and Jewell still go.
He's picking the table back up. Here we go.
Oh, this is awesome.
Here we go.
Sudden impact, Chris Jericho now slamming the head
They're using
of
a
Lenny
table.
St.
They're
Clair.
using a table. They're using it. Oh, my God. They threw Brian Jewell, and he broke the table. I can't believe it.
Yes!
Brian Jewell looks like he's laid out the
Some solid 1991, 1992 table action.
At Brian Jewell, and ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take
Looks
a
like a
short
thick table.
break. This one ends
Oh,
in a
that
double
was
count out, but I can
great.
guarantee you, in my view and the view of the fans, your winners are those 2 men right there.
Oh, and guess what,
Cruz
folks?
and Sudden
We've
Impact,
got
Chris
the
Jericho.
post-match promo.
Yeah, we do.
And Chi Cruz and his tag team partner, Sudden Impact, Chris Jericho.
You just saw some wild and woolly tag team action, man. I think I found myself a new friend, Chris Jericho, right here. And I'm going to tell you something, Brian Jewell. You're a backstabber, all right? Lenny St. Clair, I'm not too sure about you, but I'm going to tell you one thing. That was a hell of a match. And Chris Jericho, I would like for you to be my partner some other time, man.
You know what, Chi Cruz? I want to shake your hand right now.
All right.
I've done a lot of tag team work, and I've been with a lot of partners. But when I come back to the WFWA, let me say, Chi, it would be an honor and a pleasure to tag with such a gentleman as yourself, because we had a good time out there today, and it was a double DQ, but you know, something clicked, and I kind of like the way it feels. And if it feels good, don't stop, baby.
Do it again.
Don't stop. Do it again.
Don't you dare.
And Chi Cruz won.
Oh, so this is perfect. This is the playlist, just doing the playlist thing. So, the next match we're about to watch, ladies and gentlemen, as it says on the thing here, we are watching Chi Cruz versus Gerry Morrow.
Heavyweight champion.
We're watching literally two Canadian legends right now.
A non-title match. His opponent is the man.
Cheech would have two chops, by the way. One he would throw when you listened, and one he would throw when you needed to be calmed down.
Steen obviously needed to be calmed down. Look at that rope.
Look at that rope. I want to reiterate, he walked me through a 45-minute main event where he was the babyface. I felt the calm down one, probably a couple times, because that's why I can refer to it as being hit in the chest with a frying pan and being swung by a silverback.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one could be a main event anywhere in the country.
Oh snap! Cheech is jumping onto the computer.
Morrow. He hails from the island of Martinique.
Here we go.
He'll be in here shortly.
At 235 pounds. The Cruiser, on the other hand, 226
Cheech
pounds
know how to use
from
Twitch?
East Los Angeles,
We're gonna find
California.
out.
A hard upbringing, but boy, the fans have taken to him, and he has
What a
turned
world
it
we live
around.
in.
At one time,
Steve
he was
always
a
needed to
breaker
be
in the
calm
territory,
down.
but now the fans love him. He saw the light, if you will. He's on the right path, and he wants nothing more than a victory here to lead to a WFWA Heavyweight Championship match with the champion, the Champagne Man, Gerry Morrow. And we're off and running. You heard the bell, and this one should be a dandy. And look at this, Chi Cruz now running around the ring. Both men sizing each other up, locking horns now. Collar, elbow, hook up. And this one should be a great battle. Chi Cruz, he's not going to stand for anything. Oh, a slap there by the Champagne Man.
He's having trouble logging into the chat, but I just told him that he might need to sign up quick in order to do this.
The man from Martinique, of course, you might remember his
I believe he's here watching.
ago. Eddie Morrow, a big wrestler in the Pacific Wrestling Association years ago.
So one thing again, I want to point out, the crowd, man, the crowd. Look at that audience.
Morrow, now he's closing his ears. He doesn't want to hear the
when I was
comments
skipping
from the
through there,
fans.
there's at one point you can see like even more people, but these guys used to draw, man.
They're locking up again. Collar elbow hook up. Nice takedown there.
I was just having a conversation about that with somebody else before I jumped on here. It's crazy the difference of back then to now.
As the Cruiser is set, and here we go again. They're
but there's also no Chi Cruz now either, so, you know.
Wildman Gary Williams, thank you very much for popping by, sir. Appreciate you. I appreciate your video. We watched it earlier. Hopefully you got a chance to see it. If not, we are going to be uploading this onto YouTube later. And thank you very much for the sub there, James. I appreciate you, bud.
Are on the road with the WFWA. We'll give you those dates a little bit later.
Sneaky Togs, by the way, is Tony Armstrong.
Sorry, we're watching one of your matches later, by the way.
And
stay tuned, sir.
Trying to grab a handful of that ponytail of Chi Cruz, the young man from
but look
East
at Cheech
Los
just
Angeles,
working the arm.
California, giving up a little bit of weight in this one. About 8 pounds.
I wanted to point out the opening of this match I just loved. It was just a simple walk up, boom, right there, arm drag, snapping right over, and it was beautiful.
TV interviews, but I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, when that man throws
look at that
a punch,
mat. It's in
look
great
at that
condition.
on that punch. And
it
when
is actually in great condition.
The action speak for itself. Very seasoned veteran. Slowed down the pace over the last couple of years in the ring, but he knows how to wrestle. That's why he is the WFWA heavyweight champion. A lot of controversy when he did win the title.
Now, see, this is one of those things that I want to that I would try to explain to younger wrestlers, hopefully that are watching this right now. Remember, the Cheech is the baby face here, and this is how he is working. Like he's working that hole.
When Morrow's friend Bulldog Bob Brown was talking it up with the referee didn't see what happened. Morrow ran back in the ring and threw over Kiniski. Nice takeover there by the Cruiser, getting back on his feet as Morrow put on the brakes. And
nice. That was awesome, though.
Morrow.
You can tell something got flubbed there, and Cheech like, grab that head, brother.
And he hesitated, and that's when Morrow put him, or Cheech anyway, put him in a headlock. And look at Morrow. He's just taking his time.
So simple,
now,
but so beautiful. You know what I mean?
I think we need to bring back the powder blue ref shirt and a bow tie.
One of my refs actually did.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Take that belt away.
There was a guy here that did it for a couple of shows, but he hasn't reffed in a long time. But such a sweet look.
There by the veteran now. Morrow in a reversal, right back down.
Man, look at that transition.
And a leg takedown. And
right
a nice looking arm there by the Cruiser. And locking on a lot of pressure there. As you can see the grimacing look on the face of the Champagne Man. With the bubbles going a little bit stale in this one, I'm sure Morrow was expecting to be on top of this
transitions
right from the get-go.
Were so smooth, so smooth.
Cruz now applying a lot of pressure, working over that arm still. As Morrow taunting Cruz and the referee. He's always chattering something in that ring. You might not understand him, but he's always speaking.
I mean, they're
maybe
5.5 minutes into this match, and they haven't really done anything yet, but you feel like they've done
so much.
Yeah.
Made a name for himself across the world. Singapore, Puerto Rico, Mexico.
And Sneaky Togs, I could not agree with you more. For those who aren't in the chat watching, he said, Ben, the stream of matches should be required viewing for any of your students, and any students for that matter. And this isn't just like punch, kick, headlock. They are moving around quickly. Absolutely they are. The fire in this is absolutely incredible.
For your reference, Ben, Sneaky Togs is Tony Armstrong.
Is it really? Oh, Tony, what up, dude? I honestly had no clue.
This game in this one, you can tell he's all pumped up and ready to try and
Tony,
win this
thanks for the sub, brother.
From the WFWA Heavyweight Champion, Champagne Gerry Morrow. If you're just joining us, it's today's main event. And we must remind you, the title is not.
He uses that handle everywhere, so if you get subscribers, it's him.
You know, I knew it sounded familiar, but I just wasn't putting it together because my mind's been very occupied today.
Great camera work there.
It's been a busy day.
You can see it all right here every weekend throughout the WFWA Wrestling Network. Just take a look at your
Does he have two different colored knee pads on, or is that just the tape?
When you can see the top stars in professional
wrestling. No, he definitely does.
Week after week on the Main Event Wrestling Network. Irish whip there off the ropes now, and another big shoulder block. This time the Cruiser on top. Leap over there, if you will. And Morrow sending him right through the second rope.
Those ropes and how loose they are scare the absolute hell out of me.
Literally about to say the same thing. I didn't notice till he just took the bump to the outside.
He spots his advantage, and he has gone outside.
I've wrestled in rings before with turnbuckles like that, and hilariously I didn't mind, but those ropes are, it's just crazy the difference.
I don't know if I've ever seen a ring. I don't think there's ever been a ring here like that. Not that I can remember.
Right under the throat with the chair.
We've always had turnbuckles. Like Grand Prix went the other way. Grand Prix had giant sofa cushions for turnbuckles. They were gigantic.
Interesting.
The referee, I don't know how long this.
Do you have much Grand Prix footage?
And
I have a ton, yeah.
Big table.
Ooh, we should do that
and
one.
There he is.
Yeah, totally. I have a ton.
Talking into your camera. Why doesn't
I also want to stress to everybody watching and joining for Chi Cruz Appreciation Night, which thank you so much, by the way.
But I guess in a big match like
Cheech didn't know that I was doing this for him until about 2 days ago. So the funny thing is he hit me and Hughes got up and was just like, if y'all would have told me, I could have sent you some good matches. He's gonna mail Hughes got like 30 freaking VHS tapes of like just unlimited. Like, so we're gonna have way more Chi Cruz Appreciation Nights going forward. Trust me.
To the ring floor, the fans look at them, all these great.
It's gonna be Chi Cruz year, 365 days of Chi,
and I'll take it. I'm all for it.
To a lot of them, they are trying to pump up their hero.
Gerry said most of the rings out west were like that.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it was in the West Coast. I wrestled in something like that.
Get back into the ring. The referee
I just can't remember where.
Giving it to him right now.
The turnbuckle pads is taped carpet.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the stars of the
WFWA
traveling
that sounds
throughout the
horrible.
upcoming months.
Check your listings, your local newspapers on when the WFWA is coming live.
But even getting back into the ring, like I don't know if you like his body language, just the way that he's doing everything is just so. There's no like you can't see him like he's just in the moment.
Morrow landed that big haymaker to the jaw. But what a man like Cruz, he landed on that floor a few times.
Wildman says that those rings were nice to work in.
He might be going on adrenaline or something now, but he is pumped up and ready to do battle again here. But Morrow not giving him too much of a chance. Neckbreaker, setting him up. This could be it. He lands right in the square of the circle.
Wildman is live. Cheech is in the chat. What's up, Cheech?
Morrow, go for the pin. Only a 2 count. Title affair here. Champagne Jerry Morrow wants
everybody
to
welcome Chi Cruz.
Cruz not only win the match, maybe Cruz had a professional thing. Morrow now walking outside the ring, trying to go upstairs. Morrow could be making a big mistake here. Always
he should have played Antichrist Superstar. This is Marilyn Manson music when he came in.
Just moved out of the way, and Jerry Morrow just
look at that fire this guy
in the middle of the ring with nowhere to go but right onto the mat, and that is the turnaround that
right
Cruz
hands
needed
from
to get
hell.
back in this one. A couple of right hands, Irish whip now into the ropes, picking him up, all big back
body.
Look at that cover.
Oh, 2.5. Cruz almost had the chance.
Look at that drop kick.
A big
man.
drop kick.
So beautiful.
And again.
One for good measure. And Cruz, look at Morrow. I don't even know if he still knows where he is.
The referee just took it in the face.
He looks so glassy-eyed in there. And take a look at that right knee of Chi.
Anybody know who the ref
He's got
is?
an injured ligament inside
yes,
that left knee. He will be getting
Lion
operated,
Warrior
I'm sure, in the next few months.
He had mentioned it earlier that, Christ, what was his name? He had a wicked name.
I'm losing my voice over this one. What a great main event it's
going up top.
Chi Cruz
Kenny
now
Rogers.
going upstairs.
Okay.
Could he be making the same mistake? A high-risk maneuver now. And Cruz fly body press.
We got to run in.
1, 2, only a 2 count. The referee. I am losing it
Not
here.
bad for
hanging out on the
ACL and 12 stitches in my right hand. Holy shit, Cheech.
And Morrow just landed into the carry. 1, 2,
I'd say he did okay then, if
he
that's
got
the
him.
case.
Look at the pump on that roll-up finish.
Look at that. Instantly right to the ring, too. Look at all those fans.
Is the opponent, gentlemen, there will be a title shot in the works for that young man you see in your television sets right now. I'm talking about Chi Cruz.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome.
Here we go.
Well, hang on. Before we get into this this next match, wow, first of all, but hey, spoiler on the next match that we're going to watch. We're about to watch some Chi Cruz versus a very, very young Robert Roode, ladies and gentlemen. But before we do that, we've heard from some friends, some colleagues, some legends earlier who had some things they wanted to say about Chi Cruz. But here's the thing. The second that I announced that we were doing Chi Cruz Appreciation Night, I got to tell you, the videos kind of just flooded in. So let's view a couple more, shall we?
Hey guys, All American C. Rivers here. I understand it's Chi Cruz Appreciation Day, doing a little tribute to Chi Cruz, and I just want to weigh in on this. I want to say hi to Cheech. Dude, I miss you. I wish you were still around. We're working in the business because you were one of the best guys I ever had the pleasure of sharing the ring with. Total old school wrestling. You taught people so much. You're very inspirational. You're very creative and a talent like none other. You're one of the best guys I've ever had the pleasure of, traveling the road with. And I wish other people nowadays would have more people like Chi Cruz in those locker rooms and on the road. I think that's what's missing nowadays in wrestling. And Chi Cruz, man, you were one of the best at it. So, I've known you for almost 30 years, and you've always been one of my favorite guys to be around and hang around. Good guy, good friends. I think we clicked really well. And you know what? I appreciate the hell out of you.
Chi Cruz, I just want to say congratulations on your appreciation night. Nobody deserves this better than you do. And I want to wish you all the best. And congratulations once again. Buddy Eats.
Uncle Cheech, here we are, all these years later, and you're finally getting the appreciation that you deserve. I am so incredibly happy to know you. I'm so incredibly thankful that you have been a part of my life for so long, and I just hope you understand how much everybody loves and appreciates you. And enjoy this night, enjoy looking at all the memories, and I hope that you smile and laugh and have as much fun watching it as we all will. Love you so much.
Hello everyone, Marcus Uncle Custom Ryan here, and I want to tell you about the greatest babyface wrestler known as Chi Cruz, someone that none of you have ever heard of until now. Follow Ben Ortmann and how he's going to explain this phenomenal, amazing professional wrestler known as Chi Cruz. And Cheech, if you're seeing this video, personally, from me, thank you very much for the wisdom that you passed on to me.
Hello from Germany, everyone. This is Joe E. Legend. Just wanted to congratulate Chi Cruz on this great night honoring a great talent. Whether it was South Africa, Japan, the Maritimes, Manitoba, anywhere I wrestled the guy, it was always an absolute privilege. He's one of the great people in the business, as well as probably the most underrated performer in the history of the job.
Hey guys, it's Massive Damage, the Tattooed Terminator here. Asked to chime in on appreciating Chi Cruz. No one appreciates Chi Cruz more than me. He was a guy that really took me under his wing when I broke into the business and got on the road. Man, the memories I have, I just sit and laugh. I was just going through my house and found a million pictures of maritime tours, being at the zoo together. If we weren't hanging out in a hotel somewhere, we were at movies, and he was just a blast to be with all the time. He was always so positive. In the ring, he was a general. He took charge. He had great matches. Every time you get in the ring with him, you knew you're in for a fight of your life. So, congrats, Cheech. You should be appreciated. It's great guys like you are doing this, appreciating guys while they're still around. We've lost so many of our brothers, and it's been so sad. But, man, thank you, Chi Cruz. Everybody appreciates you. From the bottom of my heart, Massive Damage. Take care.
Thank you very much, Gerry. Okay, sorry about that, guys. But what I wanted to say was that, Massive Damage had a really great point there. People, like really, really good human beings. Is there still no sound?
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Everybody can hear me all right? In the chat? Pipe up, say, yeah, you can hear me okay? Good? Okay, awesome. Thanks, Neil. Thanks, guys. So, like, wonderful human beings pass away, and like they never know what their friends and their colleagues genuinely think about them. And a guy like Chi Cruz has done so much for me personally that I really, I don't know, I really took this personally, and I know that our generation may not know who he is, and I feel like it's an obligation for me to kind of help tell his story and to kind of educate the young generation on who he is and how great he is and how great his work is and how much people can genuinely learn from watching him. And that's something that I really want to start doing more. Like, I want to do more of these. I don't want to just do Chi Cruz Appreciation Night. Like, I want to do like a lot more of these. I want some people that really deserve the respect to get the respect that they deserve, I guess you could say, right? But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to watch a real doozy between two of the greatest wrestlers that have ever come out of this country. Ladies and gentlemen, in a Falls Count Anywhere match, Bobby Roode, Chi Cruz.
Oh, baby. Oh, into the glass instantly.
New Scott, can you confirm that this is North Sydney?
Gerry probably can for sure. And Cheech.
Oh, big stop on the boards. I like that.
Yeah.
Like, what a way to start off hot, though, huh?
Yeah, this building's not there anymore. They tore it down. If this is indeed North Sydney, this is real action. For the person that asked if this is Raw Grand Prix, this is real action.
Yeah, this is during the heyday of Raw, if I remember correctly. Oh, the poor ring truck!
Yeah, this would have been 2001, I think.
So if anybody wondering...
There's the promoter. The promoter is in the background, the guy in the T-shirt. Brian Marchand. Him right there.
Yeah. So if anybody wondering who toughened up Bobby Roode to get him to where he's at, it's guys like Chi Cruz and guys like Gary Williams in the chat, and then guys like Cowboy Mike Hughes and Brody Steele. Like, these are the dudes that toughened him up, you know? They made him work fucking 7 days a week.
For like 6 months straight.
Yes, sir. And it's funny because Bobby's probably so in his element right now because he just loves hockey so much.
Yeah. He's a good old Peterborough Pete.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh! What did Chi just take out the guard? Oh, he did. The hockey boards had Antigonish business advertising.
Oh, this is Antigonish?
That's what Tony said.
Oh, okay.
Big punt to the ribs.
Oh, there's a hockey net. Use the hockey net.
Now, again, for the third match in a row, I have to point out, look at the crowd. Look at how huge it is.
Well, in Halifax, Real Action ran every 2 weeks. They drew over 1,000 people every show. It was insane.
How long did that last for?
2-3 years. They ran from April till November-ish. And every 2 weeks at the Halifax Exhibition Park, it's called something else now, but at Exhibition Park, they'd get about 1,000 fans. Sometimes more. When they did the TV taping, the first one in August of 2001, they did close to 1,500.
See, this is why we brought New Scott as the co-host, ladies and gentlemen, just to be able to drop these dimes. And the funny thing is, as big as this crowd actually is, like, it doesn't even, like, it's not as big as it could be either. That's the crazy part. And Bobby working that heat. Is he wooing? Oh, yeah, because he was the natural. I forgot about that.
The natural Bobby Roode. He wooed all the time. And his tights are velvet. They were purple velvet. And they always chanted velvet panties at him.
And he had the greatest goddamn mustache ever.
Yes, he did. Every time he came back, even when he was in TNA, I always had him announced as the natural Bobby Roode. Even when he was Wall Street.
So when was the last time that Bobby been in the Maritime?
2014 or 15. He wrestled Titus for Wrestle Center.
Oh, interesting.
He was the TNA champ. I have a funny story. If we ever do a Bobby Roode appreciation night, I have a funny story about that.
Let's do it.
But he was the TNA champion at the time.
I would also like to point out that Bobby Roode, let me go and pull it up here.
I think the last time Cheech was here was 2003. How scary is that?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Bobby Roode, as a matter of fact, actually retweeted my tweet in regards to this evening tonight, and he said, "Man, this brings back some great memories. Loved working with Chi. One of the best. I learned so much from him." And that's coming from Bobby Roode's account on Twitter. So if anybody wants to know how good of a performer and how great of a leader Chi is, that's just one of them.
I never understood why, like, he never got that break. He's as good, if not better, than most of them. So strange to me. I love the old wooden Raw sign in the background.
That is classic. I was just about to ask, is that that is wood. It's not like
it's
like
wood.
Mike
and Madman Dino broke it on the last ever Raw show, the one you were on.
Really?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
They had a tables match, and they used that as a prop.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's just a regular jigsaw cutout wood, plywood.
So again, I also want the younger generation to appreciate cell phone cameras and the quality of production that go into filming shows now, because this is what we did. We had the camcorder where poor New Sky had to fucking chase these guys around to get this footage.
Well, this would have been filmed to tape too, right? So
yeah,
there was no way to transfer. There was no DVDs yet. Like, DVDs were a brand new thing. There was no YouTube. This predates YouTube by like 5 years.
Yeah.
So I was mailing VHS tapes to these guys.
Well, stream's got a little laggy there, but it's catching up. But yeah, Gary, I couldn't agree more. Like, if there's anybody that should have made millions in this business, it's definitely Cheech.
Yeah. Look at that.
And that is why pro wrestling is not only the greatest business in the world, but can also be the most painful in the business in the world as well. You know.
It's definitely not fair.
The epitome of the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Flesh!
Here comes a superplex.
Flesh in the chat, boys!
Flesh Gordon!
Buddy, what's up?
Buddy eats!
I made tens and tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars.
There it is.
The power bomb. No, reversal. Oh my God! Look at this. Hold up. Here we go. Oh my God!
What a reversal! Oh, that was great.
What a match. That's got to be a Bobby Roode finish. I've seen Bobby do that on multiple occasions with other people.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
What happened to the audio? It just completely shut down.
I can still hear it.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I cannot. Oh, there it goes.
No, it stopped on my end now, too. Sorry, there must be a bit of a delay.
Right. So explain who just ran in.
That was Cowboy Mike Hughes ran in first.
Yes.
And that's Wildman Gerry Williams in the ring right now.
Exactly.
Very sane in the chat.
Exactly. Now, wouldn't it just be proper if the next match we watched just so happened to be
Mike Hughes in jogging pants at ringside.
Wow, look at Mike Hughes in them jogging pants. So unfortunately, it is not Bobby, but we are going to be watching Brody, Steele, and Cowboy Mike Hughes, formerly known as the Cardinal Sinners, or still known as the Cardinal Sinners, sorry, taking on the team of Wildman, Gerry Williams, and Chi Cruz.
You put this in perspective. At this point, he's shrunken as he's gotten a little older. But at this point, Brody Steele's like 6'5", 300 pounds. Mike Hughes is 6'4", 270. Like, these are giant human beings.
Yes, very, very, very large human beings. Yeah. But this was the old school way. Like, you weren't getting in these top spots if you weren't as big as these guys. Like, and that was one thing that I thought was so cool about real action wrestling. And it's still it's still very much a mindset and attitude of guys like Brody Steele and Cowboy to this day. But it's just like, if you do not work your ass off to look like a superstar, then in their mind, you haven't earned your stripes yet. And there's a part of that I gotta agree with, Talent will get you far, but definitely looking the part will get you a lot further. And yes, Gerry, that is fucking scary when you are the smallest guy in that ring.
And he's shredded, too. That's what I was about to say. Gerry might not be the tallest, but he is shredded. He's got abs on abs.
Gata. To the gills, sir. Jack. Yes, great point, Tony. Anybody watching, keep an eye on how quick Brody is for his size, but
that's the thing.
Look at how quick Cheech is for his size. That drop-down hip toss arm drag was just fucking ping, ping, ping.
Yeah. Brody Steele didn't have to do much, but he could if he chose to.
I think that's the same for all four of these guys. They have the capability of going with the best guys in the world, and not just hanging with them, but going with them. And there is a difference,
Definitely.
But the thing is you also have to understand where you're working and who you're, you have to understand your audience. Now, that corner, the way that Cowboy takes that corner, I stole that from him, and I use that to this day.
Poke to the eyes, tag. Pete over the top rope, you see.
This was enlightening. Thanks for putting it on. We'll watch again in the future.
Pete just let Gerry reverse him.
Jesus!
Oh my God!
Big man, dude. Big man things.
Gerry throwing Brody Steele around like he's nothing.
That's so impressive.
Yeah. And I can say how big Pete is, but it's more impressive when you see him in person and be like, how does he do that?
Yes, 100%. 100%. Pete, I'm pretty sure, is actually watching right now. So if you are, hello, sir, and thank you very much again for sending in the video. I don't know if he's doing the chat. I feel like he's probably not the chat guy.
No.
Now, what's crazy to me is that we haven't seen any matches with Frank Parker as the referee yet.
This is true.
That's weird.
He's definitely on a bunch of
matches. What the fuck, Gerry?
Nice cross body.
Look at you go.
This is a night off for Cheech. She's just hanging out.
Yeah, he is.
Gerry's taking the
We're having Chi Cruz appreciation night, and Cheech is just appreciating a good brother night. This is awesome.
I'm excited for the hot comeback that
Yeah.
I can't wait that
I was going to
coming.
Which is, remember when I said I wanted to watch this match? What was the first thing I said?
Yeah, the hot comeback.
I smell Cheech's hot comeback. I know it's coming.
Either that or they just kill Gerry.
Either or.
There we go.
Sometimes you gotta
that referee right now is Brian Marchand. He was one of the 2 promoters.
That's right, I remember.
Yeah, the other guy was Warren Olson. I didn't see that tonight.
Another guy I'm surprised we haven't seen is Cinder.
I spoke to him yesterday. He didn't really... I'll tell you what he said, actually. He didn't say much.
I think he deleted me off of Facebook.
Yeah, he's... he says nothing in particular. He said, gave me some of his first... This is from Cinder. Gave me some of my first few matches. Was really cool with me. Lots of advice. Nothing but respect for him. Happy this isn't a memorial.
Well, thanks, Cinder. Appreciate your kind words. But this isn't a memorial, it's a celebration.
I sent a message out to Savage too, Scott, but I never heard back. He's over in New Zealand now, so.
What the hell is he doing there?
Well, he's been there for 11 years now or so. He's married. He's living the dream. He went over when the churches burned down there like 10, 11 years ago, and he never came back. He went over to help rebuild them.
Wow. That sounds like the most Scott Savage thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it really does.
He probably hitchhiked there.
Yeah.
I just got to throw it. Did anybody else see that fucking flip over the rope for the breakup of the pin there? Because that was awesome. I work with Chi and can tell you he is just awesome now as he was back then. Love you forever. I don't know who that is that's commenting that, but thank you very much for commenting that. And thanks everybody for popping by to watch this. And great point. Cheech is showing so much desperation just being on the apron. You want him to get in there so bad, which is exactly the point. Like, exactly the point.
He makes me want Gerry to make that tag so much more.
You know, there's an art of working on the apron, and, like, that's why, again, like, that's why he was so good. He just did everything and never half-assed a damn thing.
Referee holding him back. Let him go. As a kid, that used to make me so mad when the babyface couldn't get in the ring and just fire up. Yeah. And the referee would push him back. It's so mad. The dastardly heels, they're cheating.
Right?
Like, this match could be now, but back then on any television show and not look out of place. Like, these 4 guys are crushing it.
Oh, man. That is impressive. The fact that he picked him up, stopped, and then jumped up with him is super awesome.
Yeah.
Lots of power. Lots of power. But, again, not surprising either.
No. We're 9 minutes in, and Gerry's getting beat up for 8.5 of it.
Oh! You can't do that shit anymore.
The spit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like across the ring. That was a good one.
Oh.
That was wow. That was awesome. Just Pete stepping over just that much to bring Cheech in. That was so simple and effective.
If this crowd doesn't pop like Austin's coming out when Cheech hits that ring, gets in that ring. I'm gonna pop.
So I'm literally like my feet are like my feet are doing this right now. Come on.
My legs are shaking right now. Like it's going up and down. I need that.
Holy back body. That was sick.
Gerry takes the best back body drop in the business. Always has. Best back body drop and best hip toss.
Yo, Brody and Kowboy are about to get fucked up whenever that tag comes through.
Yeah, they are.
Get off of him!
I completely agree, Teddy Bear Walker.
Yeah. Okay, so just for the people that maybe are not seeing the chat, but Teddy Bear Walker says, what always amazed me is these 4 guys never got signed when they should have. And my God, is that probably the most accurate thing that could possibly be said. Look at him. I'm getting genuinely excited for this.
Same thing, man. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Let's fucking go.
Coming up.
Let's go.
Cheech is jumping. Look at him. He's firing up. Come on, Gerry. Get up. Oh, my God. Here we go. Here we go. Man.
Oh, Gary's got to hit a finisher quick.
Wild driver.
Get him.
Come on, Gerry. Make that tag.
Gerry, let's go.
Oh my God.
You got this!
You're so close! Just reach! Brody's having a hard time getting
Son
in.
of a bitch!
There we go!
Let's fucking go!
Man, Cheech is getting some height. Cheech is no small guy himself.
Hell no!
Oh!
Fucking flying burrito!
Chops!
Oh!
Gerry back in. Oh. Here we go.
Oh, the big lefter clothesline. Uh-oh!
Gerry's not legal.
Oh, no!
Gerry's not legal.
Oh, no! Son of a bitch!
That referee blew that. Gerry was not the legal man.
He blew it! Oh, man. Wow, what a couple matches that we've been watching so far, guys. Wow. We have got one more match that we're going to watch tonight. And this match here actually has a bit of a backstory to it that I'm quite proud of. But here's the thing. Remember when I was telling you that there was like a bunch of people that they're like sending in videos and stuff like that? I still got some more. So what do you think, New Scott? Do you want to watch some tribute videos before we watch the main event?
I think so. I think that's a great idea. Let's watch some tribute videos.
Let's do that.
Chi Cruz. It's Paul Lazenby, a.k.a. Rocky Carnera, a.k.a. Death Wolf Fenris, and I want to add my video to what I'm sure is a huge number of them, and deservedly so, congratulating you on one hell of a stellar career. You know, when I first came into WFWA in 1992, I was a raw green rookie. I was really struggling to wrap my brain around the business. I was trying to figure out how to be a babyface. And so many people in that locker room, even way back then, pointed at you. And they said, watch Cheech. Watch his promos, watch his work. That is a freaking babyface right there. So I always made sure to pay attention to your matches for that very reason. And it also just always put a smile on my face whenever I'd walk in the locker room and see you there. You know, when Malcolm Monroe brought you into Insane Championship Wrestling in Detroit, I didn't expect to see you. When I walked into that locker room and saw you there, man, it just brightened my whole damn day. You were always super cool with me, even when you were high on the card and I was low. It didn't seem to matter. So when I look back on my pro wrestling career, I will always remember you with fondness and the utmost respect. You're the man, Cheech.
Hey guys, this is your Warlord of Weird, Sid Bodie, and I just wanted to dial in and tell you guys what I think about Chi Cruz. One of the best wrestlers I have ever seen. I loved watching Cheech when I was growing up, man. What a great wrestler to watch. Watching him in such great feuds with Undertaker, Big Show, Triple H, Stone Cold, Mr. Perfect, The Rock, Hornswoggle, Godzilla, Moby Dick, Methuselah, Hitler. He took them all on. He was amazing. He is amazing. So Chi Cruz, wherever you are, my friend, I hope you are doing well. I hope you are having a wonderful day, a wonderful night, a wonderful week, a wonderful year. Everybody, hail and bow to Chi Cruz.
Chi Cruz is a great guy. He was a great worker. I remember way back early in my career, tagging with Akam Singh. We worked against Chi and the Frog every night on a big loop for Tony Candello. And every night was super easy and it was super fun. And congrats, Chi.
Man, Chi Cruz, we go way back. I looked it up. Our first match was almost 30 years to the day. It was the beginning of April, 91. And Cheech is the first person I ever stiffed and potatoed the hell out of in a match. He was calling it. I didn't know what he said, and I tried to telegraph a clothesline. He was expecting a headlock, and I clotheslined him right in the face and dropped him. And I'm like, oh no, because I'm like maybe 10 matches in at most. And I had just potatoed the hell out of a vet. I'm like, I'm going to get killed. And he tagged in Kerry Brown, who was his partner in the match. And thankfully, Kerry didn't beat the hell out of me. And Cheech and I went on to be friends and have many matches that were much better than that. So, wow, been a while, Cheech. All the best. Take care.
Chi, Corey Pelican Cruz, one half of the barking spiders, the spiders that are persuaded to bark for whatever reason. Man, I was so happy to hear that you're getting a tribute show. So, of course, being your former illustrious tag team partner in said Barking Spiders, where we would pogo around like the Wayouts from the Flintstones, I had to be involved. So, man, I hope you're good. Miss you. And, yeah, I'm really glad that everybody reached out to me to get me on this thing so that we could pay tribute to you. Because if anybody deserves it, man, it's you. You are still to this day one of the nicest people that I've met, not only in the industry, but just in general. And we all know that sometimes in this industry, there isn't that many nice people. So when you find them, you should treasure them and let them know. So I hope you're good, man. Miss you.
Hey, it's Chris Jericho here, and I'd like to say it's about time someone paid tribute to Chi Cruz, who, if this was the NHL, would be known as a grinder, would be known as a very valuable guy to have on your team. Maybe not the top star, maybe not the one that gets all the accolades, the pomp and circumstance, but when you need somebody to come on and have a great shift, when you need somebody to score a goal, when you need someone to teach some of the rookies, this is the type of guy that you want on your team. Like I said, Chi Cruz was that type of guy, is that type of guy. I had the fortune of meeting him very early on in my career, 1990, 91, 92. And we were tag team partners a few times. I'm not sure if we ever wrestled, but Chi was a very friendly guy, a really nice guy. Even though we were similar in age, I think he had been working a few years before me. So I always had advice. We always had a good time going on tours, driving Bulldog Bob Brown crazy. I think he was the guy that gave me the jelly donut where I put powder underneath my nose and pretended that I was high. And Bulldog Bob Brown said, Jesus, just like Terry Von Erich. But Chi, man, what a solid baby face. Always got a good match from him whenever he was on the show. Chicks loved him, and he was just one of those great kind of territorial brothers that probably would still be wrestling today if there still were territories. But just know that Chi-Chi's influence and his influence, his legacy, still is very important to me and a lot of guys that I came up in the business with, including Paul Lazenby and Don Callis and Lance Storm and Dr. Luther and Edge and Christian and Rhino and lots of guys like that. So, Chi-Chi, thank you for all you did for me when you started. Thanks for all you did for Canadian wrestling. And if anyone deserves a tribute, it's you, my man. One question, though. Are you really Mexican? Because you kind of have like a North End accent with the name Chi Cruz. Cruz, is that on your mom's side or dad's side? Just curious. Just want to know. Muy bien, señor. Gracias. Eh?
Well, shit. We love you, Cheech. I hope that you're I don't know, man. I hope that you're getting the message that we're trying to send here, you know? That goddamn that you are not just a great human being and a fantastic wrestler, but like you're the man. And we love you, dude. And we just wanted you to know that we love you. We all respect you. And with that being said, we're about to watch a match that genuinely means a lot to me because this is the first match that I ever actually booked. This was a match that I was trying to get put together for a long time. And the funny thing is the original plan for this match was it was going to be a 1 hour Iron Man match between Chi Cruz and Johnny Devine. Excuse me. And Cheech called me like the week of, and he was really distraught because he had a really, really bad lung infection. And he was about to cancel on me. And I don't know why. I probably me now would probably have told him to stay home, but I begged him. I was just like, please make this work for me. Like I don't know why this just means so much to me, but please make it work. And he did. And he did. And instead of being an hour, he said, hey, can we do 30 instead? And I was like, if you get here, we'll do whatever the fuck you want to do, bro. And with a goddamn lung infection, this match was for me and for Johnny Devine. And the people in the audience were just lucky enough to watch. And now for, I believe, probably one of the first time in a very long time that we'll be able to showcase this to all of you guys. So without further ado, Johnny Devine versus Chi Cruz. In a 30-minute Iron Man match.
Canvas looks like a tarp.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said that canvas looks like a tarp. That's
oh, it kind of is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is. What year is this? Great question. I want to say it was 2006? 2007, okay.
Does the ring announcer have horns?
Yes. So this was for a company, I believe it was called Stranglehold, but they ran it out of the LLW gym, which was essentially like this old, like, it's just a, as you can see, it's just like a storage unit, essentially, but the promoter put a ring in it and did some cool stuff to it. And the, oh, by the way, this is when Johnny Devine was in TNA and he was doing the Havoc gimmick.
Yeah.
For anybody around that kind of piece, that time period together. but obviously, like, he was going as Havoc at the time, but because, I mean, this match was supposed to be a match between two Canadian legends, Devine was cool enough to be like, yeah, no disrespect to TNA, but I'm Johnny Devine this match, which I thought was really nice of him. Cheech deserves all this and more. If there was a wrestler's roast, Cheech would have to be the first to be roasted, and I could not agree more. You know, the biggest thing for me, and I guess I can say this now, but and maybe this is why Chris went out of his way to try to help me get some of these videos that he obviously helped me with. But one thing, when I was talking to Jericho about all this, when he found out that we were doing this, like, he DM'd me and asked me for my email address right away. And one thing I told him that was super important to me was that, again, like I mentioned this before, but like honoring these guys while they're like alive. Like, I don't want to wait until my brothers are fucking dead to have to do this. Like, everybody deserves to know how much they're loved and respected, and I'm really happy to be able to do this.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It happens way too often when they're already gone. I mean, nobody ever does it when they're still around. Like, it's so rare.
Yeah.
It's very important that this stuff is done when they can appreciate it, when they can see the love and respect that everybody has for them, the effect that he had on their lives and their careers and everything. He deserves to know that. Devine with the old boot trick in the corner. So why does the ring?
Oh yeah, so this was a Halloween-based show. Yeah, I was getting to that. It was a Halloween-based show, and the announcer. So respectfully, the announcer is a fan, and has he's been around he goes to a lot of the shows. So like he's a very he was kind of in a weird way, kind of like a new Scott of Ontario in a weird way, but he didn't film. He just what he did was, instead of doing that, like, he was the results guy. He would always do that, and he would like put people over in there. Like, he wouldn't just give results; he would give like details of the match, you know. So there were companies that would bring him in to do stuff like this, like companies would do for you, and bring you into like ref and stuff, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, yep.
So young Ben here, and it's kind of funny when I was kind of just, again, I was clicking through the match here just to make sure that everything, the video quality was decent or whatever earlier. I completely forgot that I spend the entire match like watching it like in the entranceway. So a young Ben Ortmanns had absolutely zero concept of what a hard camera was back then. It's kind of adorable.
This ref has on some baggy pants.
New Scott wears devil horns when you film.
I'm gonna start.
I don't know if you remember this, Cheech, but you, me, and Heavy Metal used to train a lot in Edmonton right before you went for this match with JP, and you had such a fire lit under you. It's inspired us and was some of the best times I've ever had in wrestling. Thank you so much. Do you know who that is?
I don't.
Lion Warrior AB, please tell me who you are. I'm very curious.
So that's you standing in the aisleway there?
Yeah, I'm dead right in the middle there. I'm the tall guy.
That's awesome.
Not giving a goddamn. I'm just about to watch the match that I put a lot of work into getting put together. Bobby Sharp, what's up, man?
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Thank you very much for popping by tonight. Now, if I remember correctly, and Cheech could definitely correct me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like Cheech took the same approach to this match as he did when I went to this, kind of the same story that I was telling you earlier. I don't know if Cheech was around yet for it, but I don't think these guys had much shit planned. Like, it was just like, we're going to go out and wrestle for 30 minutes and we'll figure it out when we get the fuck out there. And that's really how these guys rolled back then. Like, it's really admirable when you go back and you see the quality of work and understand, like, what it was they were actually doing. Those are the things to learn from. Like, when you hear, and again, even me, for example, like, I've got students that are here watching and in the chat right now, and, like, this is the stuff that I say, like, go watch this stuff. Go pay attention to this stuff. Break down, like, this stuff, because little do you know that this stuff is just, it's all based off of feel. Like, it's based off of feeling your opponent, feeling the audience, feeling the atmosphere, and then figuring it out while you're out there. And that's what's so fucking beautiful about pro wrestling. We had a couple of spots and just went in and played the crowd and called it on the fly. Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty standard Chi Cruz formula, and it works, man. What a beautiful reversal.
Yeah,
like, again,
I said it before. His transitions are unreal. They're so smooth. So smooth. Classic white boots.
I'm not going to lie. I always want, like, it was kind of like this goal of mine. I always wanted Cheech to give me that pair of boots.
There's still time.
There is still time.
You still have those boots, Cheech?
I would have worn the shit out of them. Funny Chi story. My friend totally deserved this. I was at a Raw event in 2002. My friend was sitting across the arena from me. He either spit or threw something at Chi at the end of the show. He grabbed my friend by the scruff of the neck and scared the shit out of him.
Fair enough.
No, you gave them away to a friend at work. That's all good.
Aw. Can you get them back? 15 years later? No, 14 years later.
This kid I helped a long time ago wants the fucking boots. Give it to him.
What about the singlet? Do you still have the singlet? He'll wear the singlet. What is that? They didn't walk to the ring on a ramp.
You're damn right they did.
Oh, did they?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Oh, I totally missed that.
Yeah, that's definitely a ramp.
Okay. I thought they were on the other side of the ring. I like ramps. Oh, yeah, I guess they did. I watched it from this angle. It looks like that's the floor.
Yeah.
I got you. But I guess it didn't make sense when they just walked right through the room.
Son of a bitch. Those thieving bastards. Oh, so we gotta get, gorgeous.
We got to get Cheech a new pair of boots and a singlet for his comeback match here.
Hey, let's just have him let's have him enjoy the night. Let's not. We are not putting pressure on anybody.
One more match.
Fucking shut up, New Scott. Oh, beautiful. Oh. Can we call this place the U-Haul Dome?
Yes.
Sure. I love that the bathroom door is open too.
I was just about to say that. I don't think it always was.
This is quality Hamilton stuff here.
At least somebody's not using it.
That's a good point.
Who are the people on either side of you?
I don't know. And it's not that I don't know who they are. I can't see, so I can't figure it out.
Don't remember?
Yeah. I was gonna say, Tony, that's it's funny. We kind of make fun of the fact that this is a small venue, but like that's also you're right. Like that's part of what makes these shows so nice is that they are super intimate.
Yeah. You can have 100 people sound like 1,000.
Yeah. In an odd way, this venue is very similar to what the Crossbody venue was, where like we kind of had like a skinny venue where like we only had one row on each side, right? Like
I was going to ask you if it was the same place.
No, definitely not the same place. This was Hamilton. My place was in Kitchener.
You don't have that anymore?
No, we lost it, unfortunately. We lost the building. So it got bought out by a baseball place, but we're looking for a new venue to put everything, but obviously with the way things are right now, trying to find a venue to do that, it's like the weirdest time.
Yeah.
One of my kids, Tyler Thomas, actually. Ben, I've heard you talk about Chi Chi so much, and man, every match I have watched tonight has lived up to everything you have said. He is the type of babyface that every babyface wants to be. The little things he does are so crisp and beautiful. Thank you for bringing that up, Tyler, and I couldn't agree with you more.
See what Bobby Sharp wrote?
Yeah, they can use the bathroom and not miss a minute of
the action.
They really could. I'm sure that both these guys, Cheech and Devine, probably at this stage in their career, probably had it like, they probably could have like winged it and pegged a corner and hit it from the ring if they really, really wanted to. I'm sure that the arch was good. You know what I'm saying? And this is the kind of shit that pops at me, but I don't know if it gets the regular Joe. But they're literally just making each other laugh at this point. Like, like
the old rocker fire up.
Like all of it stopped, and they're just like, "Hey, let's have fun." And the crowd is chanting, "This is awesome," and that's what's beautiful.
And Cheech has a lung infection here, don't forget.
He has a lung infection. And I also have to mention that he's never, I don't think at this point, has ever wrestled in Hamilton. And if he did, it had been a very fucking long time. Another one of my students, Alex. Chi-Chi is a name I've heard about for 10 years, and this is so surreal to me knowing this legend is here watching this with us. All I've seen so far is absolutely incredible and makes me wish I was born several years earlier so I could have experienced it in person. And that's why we're doing this night, Alex, is so that way people like yourself and people like Tyler and everybody that I've been spreading the good word to about for as long as I have, now you've got footage to back it up, you know? And believe me, there's a lot more footage that is available on youtube.com/NewScott, or is it New Scott Video?
New Scott.
It is just New Scott. Okay, sorry about that. And
no, that's fine. There's a playlist. If you go to my channel and click playlists, you'll find a playlist just of Chi Cruz.
Yep. And big thanks to New Scott for providing all of the footage tonight. And actually, this match was provided by Chi Cruz personally, and New Scott was so kind enough to get it. Was so kind enough to get it for us. So thank you very much, everybody, for getting all of the footage. This incredible footage. Handshakes for the boys. Handshakes for the boys.
Is this a 20-foot ring?
No, it is not. I believe this was. I believe it was an 18-footer, if I'm not mistaken.
Looks big. Most of the ones we use are 16.
Man, that's a great question. I know it wasn't 20, but I feel like it might have been an 18. Beautiful reversal. It was 18, eh? Good memory. Yeah, Brady's got a good memory.
There's still some of Cheech's old singlets around the Maritimes. I believe Peter has one that he wears sometimes. Mike Hughes has one.
Interesting.
Him and Joe Legend, or maybe it's Joe. Him and Joe Legend have a few singlets that are floating around out here somewhere.
How cool is that to hear from Joey Legend tonight, huh?
Yeah. He's been in Germany for a long time.
Yeah.
Got to get him back over here at some point.
That's actually, I don't know. I don't think it was, but Cheech, this was definitely, no, Cheech wrestled with long hair for a while after this, if I remember correctly. This was my last match before pneumonia took me out.
Yeah. Say he's doing all right for almost dying.
I was gonna say, like,
it's insane. Did some local stuff after I cut my hair. Look at this. What? What?
I gotta ask, what was it? Like, was that just trickery? Like, was that just like sleight of hand to just kind of like distract?
Someone's got to steal that.
And he's posing for the camera. And it was. It's just magic. God damn it. That's beautiful. And this is why he's so much better than us. Fucking guy does magic.
Mid-match, lung infection, magic. Doesn't get much better.
Oh! Took him out with the leg.
That was almost a knee to the face.
Now, see, this is how much these guys are just pros, the both of them. I'm still trying to figure out if that was planned or not. Or if that was just like a burp, if that makes any sense.
Kind of looked like it was supposed to be a leapfrog, but I don't know.
And Tyler makes another good point. The way he does the push-up when giving the crucifix pin to add the extra leverage, just the little stuff like that, that's so great. And that's exactly what it is. It's all the little stuff.
Makes it look like he's actually trying to win, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of the point.
And notice how he's not just, like, smacking the mat and just being like, come on, everybody! Like, he's reaching for people. Like, he's...
Ooh.
Just a pro, man. Oh, is this where we got the yep.
There we go.
The seam in the middle there. Yes. This is where we thank New Scott, because this was actually a 2-part video on Facebook, but he good brothered it, took it, ripped it, seamed it, boom, here we are. Look what we got.
The quality held up too. It's not bad for what I had to do to it.
You know what? It's not that bad. It's funny because we've been watching VHS quality all night, and it's crazy how much I've just gotten used to it. Like, it's just... Yeah. I feel like when I turn my TV on after this, my eyes are going to hurt. Good brother egg. Good brother egg.
This was no K quality.
This was gigabyte quality, for crying out loud.
Definitely. Megabyte.
Somebody was asking me the other day, because I had mentioned that babyface versus babyface matches do work. They just need something to fight for. So in that way, there's your story. It's not the heel versus baby. You know, like you could have the two biggest babies in the world, and like if they've got an issue or they've got like a competition or something to fight over, like there's genuine gold there, you know? Mm-hmm. And this is literally showing that baby versus baby can absolutely work.
You just need the right two guys.
You just need the right two guys and the right situation. Not all chain wrestling needs to be flashy and slick. These two are grinding out holds and reversals and earning transitions versus just you do something and I reverse it. And that's one of the biggest things that I stress to people is like do not do like moves like a lot of guys do that when they first start. It's like they do a hold and then it's like hold for hold kind of thing. And like, it doesn't really make any sense. Like, it's this is if you're fighting your brother, and he's got you in a headlock, like he's got you in his leg bind around your neck like this, he's not gonna let you go just because, you know.
Gotta earn it.
You gotta earn it.
Oh, beauty. Look at the bridge out. Oh, I love it.
Man's got a lung infection and bridging like a G. And I was, actually, how long are we into this match? Because the fact that they are still
22. You said this was an Iron Man?
Yeah, like there was, if I remember correctly, it was supposed to. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe they did just go to one fall and then just did 30.
Because the whole thing's 36 minutes.
Right. But that's also entrances and like outros and stuff.
What promotion did you say this was? Stranglehold?
I believe it was for Stranglehold, yes. "22 minutes into a match and there's been like 3 bumps." Yep. And I've been enthralled for the entire 22 minutes so far.
Yeah. It takes somebody special to be able to do what they're doing. Like, if you tried to do this match nowadays with young guys, people would probably chant boring.
Yeah.
But if you did it with these guys, they would absolutely not. You know what I mean?
Right. And I was just about to ask what you thought the difference would be between, like, well, what do you think these guys have? And I can tell you right away, it's intent, and that's really what the biggest difference is. That's right. New Jack was the main event of this.
What?
Yeah, New Jack was the main event of the show. If I remember correctly, it was New Jack and Madman Pondo versus Bill Scullion and Notorious TID.
Good God, where's that match? How did New Jack get into Canada?
It was an interesting battle, and the crazy thing is he brought this knife with him that I'm like, I don't even, not the slightest clue how he was able to get that through. Like, it makes literally no sense.
Is that match somewhere? I need to see that.
It's got to be somewhere. But I just remember all day Jack was trying to tell Tid and Bill, he's like, "I ain't jumping off of shit today." And they're like, "Nobody asked you. Like, you don't have to jump off of anything. Like, we can do whatever." "Guys, I ain't jumping off of shit." And then they get out there, and then he's like doing a spot with fucking Tid, and then all of a sudden he looks up, he's just like, "All right, motherfucker, I lied. I'm gonna go jump."
That's crazy. I can't believe New Jack was on the show.
Yeah, it was wild. What a wild day this was.
And he didn't stab anybody?
No.
Wow.
There's a picture of me and Jack, and he actually has the knife up to my neck, and he was doing that with other people, and you could see how scared they were. And I was just, for some reason, I just trusted the dude. Like, I was like, yeah, let's go.
He's not going to stab me with taking a picture.
How much does Tidwell squat? Did he carry those 3 sticks? Yes. All right. Oh no, we're going into the chop battles. Oh no. Oh.
And Devine's in some wicked shape here, eh?
Yeah, he's in wicked shape all the time, but he was TV shape there.
He is, it's true, but look at that. You had to run out of the way there.
I might have, yeah.
Why is there a crucifix next to the ring?
Because it was a April Easter. It was an Easter show, and Bill.
Did you tell me it was Halloween?
Yeah, I don't. Maybe I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. It might have been
devil horns and crucifixes.
Sure.
What kind of show is this, man?
Listen, Cheech hit it right on the head where he said New Jack was the main event, so we thought we'd take a detour. Listen, that's the best way that we could put this fucking night.
Did you guys crucify Sandman?
No.
Or New Jack?
I think Jesus was in the curtain jerker, Cheech said. He might have been.
He worked the pre-show.
Oh, we're picking up business now. Devine getting rid of the fucking kilt. Oh, and Cheech is grabbing dick.
Satanic Wrestling Federation, according to Gerry.
It was Easter Sunday 2007. It was barbed wire cross match. That sounds about right.
So why the devil horns?
Why not? Listen, Gordo was a nice man, but to me, to try to explain him, you'd be asking the wrong guy. I couldn't do it.
He just doesn't believe in Jesus. That's it, right? Like,
nope.
That devil only.
Nope.
It was a lot of holidays. New Jack wrestled the Easter Bunny with an X-Acto knife. Jesus did the job.
It's absolutely wild to me, but at the same time not, because again, remember that he's got a lung infection, but like they are this deep into the match and like they haven't really they haven't picked it up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it seems so picked up at the same time. Like just that kind of shit right there where it's like gut punch, blah, 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 and then he takes like the fucking Kerry Von Erich bump in the corner there.
Because they're making everything mean something, right?
Yeah.
There's no wasted movement. None. Like zero.
And this is where it goes down to just being a good seller, you know, like getting the absolute most out of everything, but meaning it.
Oh.
Nice.
Why not the devil?
That's actually a pretty cool
crucifix.
That's a pretty cool reversal there. I like that.
All package.
Ooh.
Nice. The referee's in terrible position.
Oh, they went the full 30. Is that what they did?
Did they go to overtime? Oh.
I don't know. I heard the crowd counting them down.
The audio is a little off. That's the one thing I couldn't fix.
Yeah, that's right. There was a slight little...
Well, I probably could have, but there wasn't enough time.
Oh, we're still going.
Flare bump. Man, Cheech used to take the best flare bumps ever. He used to wrestle, when he wrestled for Devin at Doolittle's, I used to take them on the floor.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
That reversal, that fucking European reversal into the backslide, so good. So good!
Takes him 3 days to make a comeback. Go read those jokes. It's terrible. I didn't read where it was coming from at first.
Oh. Big German! Woo. That's like the first big bump of the match.
Yeah.
Like Devine's like float over, like his up and over into like the DDT thing was kind of neat, but man, Big Gerry says one too many.
One too many.
But like at the 30-minute mark is when they're busting out, like that's the first German.
Yeah. There we go. Superplex. Oh God. Here we go. Oh.
Big bump. Beautiful.
This referee's more winded than either of the guys.
Don't get me started on the referee.
He's got hammer pants on. His shirt's untucked.
He is.
Come on.
He's a character. Definitely a character. Old Pee Wee Castles. But it's such an excellent double down. Like, nobody got up. There was no, like, one up in one another. It's just straight, like, hey, can I get the pin here? Beautiful. Like, I love this psychology.
You know how great it is to watch wrestling on an indie scene with wrestlers that look like wrestlers, that have the presentation like wrestlers? Like, I'm just looking at Cheech. He's got the boots, the tights, the wrists are taped. Like, everything. The presentation is spot. Like, it's amazing. It means so much.
He's a pro.
Yeah. You just don't get that anymore.
Going for a second superplex, but Devine cuts him off. Cheech ain't taking no bump that easy, bro. You gotta work for that shit.
Uh-oh. He's really far out.
Yeah, that scares me, and where his head is. Oh! Pros.
You got it.
Pros.
What a move.
Still in the fight. Still in the fight.
Well, I see devil horns in the background, too.
Of course.
And agree? Angel wings?
No, he's setting up for the pile driver there.
Double underhook?
Double underhook pile driver is Devine's move, yeah.
Oh, okay. He stole that from Tony. No.
And now his student Josh Alexander uses it for his finish.
Oh, nice. Tony used it out here.
Did he?
Yeah. Back in the early 2000s. He's J Driller.
I don't think Tony ever hit me with that shit. What's up, Tony?
Cheech was going to take it and then decided not to.
I would have trusted Tony, though. He's got legs on him like a motherfucker. I'd have taken that.
Duke took it from him. Duke's a big dude.
Duke is a big dude.
Yeah.
Oh, we're counting down. Oh, yeah, this is where the timing's off.
Yeah. This ref's going to have a heart attack with all these falsies. Oh, they went to a time limit. They did.
They did go to the time limit.
Yeah.
These two veterans just went out there and gave a 30-minute wrestling clinic.
Where on the card was this? Do you remember?
This was the semi-main, I'm pretty sure.
Semi-main?
Yeah.
So Jack followed this?
It was okay to, like, do this. Now I'm okay. Now starting to jog my memory. Now it's okay to do a finish like this just because you gave the crowd 35 minutes of great wrestling.
Yeah.
And the winner is everybody. Like, the winner is the crowd, the winner is them. Like, there's me giving Devine the mic. Look at how fat I was. Oh, well, that's the match, everybody.
The boat.
Yeah, so hang on. Before we go into this, I just want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart, and not just for you guys coming to watch this, New Scott for co-hosting, but to everybody, Wildman, Kowboy, Gerry, like everybody who sent in videos. A huge, huge thanks to Chris Jericho for going out of his way to provide the videos that he did, for spreading the good word that he has, because there's a good amount of viewers in this thing tonight here, and this has nothing to do with me, and this isn't my stream that's doing this, and it's not New Scott. This isn't us. Like, this is Chi Cruz that brought everybody here tonight, and for that, for everything that you've done for me personally, for everything that you've done for pro wrestling in Canada, this is our way of saying thank you, Chi Cruz. We fucking love you. New Scott, do you have anything else that you want to add?
You said it pretty much all. I mean, for me personally, like, when I came around, I wasn't a wrestler. I didn't want to be a wrestler, and you were always super cool to me. You didn't treat me like I didn't belong, even though you probably should have or could have. You always made me feel like I was welcome to be there. And when you came down and spent almost the whole summer here in 2003, it was so cool. I got to learn so much from those months I spent watching you in the back and watching you in the ring, and just learning all kinds of stuff that I never, ever would have had the opportunity to learn otherwise. So thank you so much for everything you did for me, you did for the maritime wrestling scene, the Canadian wrestling scene, and everybody in it. It wouldn't be the same without Chi Cruz.
Couldn't have said it any better. And on that note, guys, we're going to say goodbye, and we're going to say goodnight for now. If you want to go and watch this show again, this show is going to be uploaded on YouTube probably within the next day or so. So you'll be able to go back and watch this entire thing. But as we say goodnight, we got to leave everybody with a bit of a gem, right? So as we leave you tonight, we're going to leave you with a wonderful, wonderful video of Chi Cruz, Edge, Christian, Rhino, and I believe, Christ, what his name is escaping me. Keith. I know his name is Keith. Zach Wilde. And I'm pretty sure a young Zach Wilde are all in this boat together. So enjoy this incredible video. And Cheech, thank you so much for coming out. I'm really glad that this meant a lot to you and meant what it did to you, just because, again, I know how much that wrestling might suck in your world these days, but listen, this business and everybody in it, we love you, man. And that's all we wanted you to know. And thank you very much, everybody, for coming by tonight. And at the end of this video, we're going to go raid a friend of mine because it's his birthday. So if you don't mind staying on and going to say hello to him afterwards, that'd be great. But ladies and gentlemen, Chi Cruz in a motherfucking boat.
Rhino, this is a really bad idea. Film me. Don't put your hands on the camera. Yeah. Hi. Oh,
something smells fishy.
Yeah. We do, man.
Hi there.
Better.
How are you?
It's one of my camera. That's all I need.
We're in the middle of nowhere, on a lake in freezing cold weather, and we're having a hell of a time.
Turn that on.
Oh, this is actually El Fuego Kid a la Desperado.
We demand liberation and freedom for our people.
Film the water coming in.
We shall fight.
This is our boat, and like it's taking on massive amounts of water here, so we probably won't make it to the other side. So your last goodbyes, Rob.
Ciao.
You don't want to say goodbye?
Wish I had a jacket.
I'd like to say goodbye to my family and my friends. Holy shit, here we go! Can I get water skiing? Can we all say a last will and testament? Rock and roll, all right. Testament. Rhino!
Oh my god.
What's going on? Uh-oh.
Let's go cliff diving for a while. Cliffs right there. Real small ones.
We gotta get rid of one guy because we're too heavy.
Get rid of them.
Just throw him out.
Rob, people at home don't know what's going on. Please tell them.
What's going on right now? We have too many people in the boat, and we have to throw somebody out.
Basically, the boat is sinking.
Or else we all die. So,
So actually, we've nominated Rhino to get out. But he doesn't want to leave right now.
yeah. Too much weight back there?
Yeah, we're sinking.
Yeah, one of you guys go up there.
Smaller guys up
You're in the middle. You should come right through the middle so you don't tip.
Blanket.
Yeah.
Is that better? You don't have to go that fast. Yeah, very fucking nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Judas Priest was here. They signed the rock. All right.
I got a man-sized predicament.
What?
I got a man-sized predicament.
Yeah?
And it's a big one.
How's it go?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, we're really taking on big waves. I smell beer.
I smell beer, fish, shit, every kind of Canadian friggin' stereotype. Go in and smell it. Trees, pines.
Jay, piss off. Trying to get warm. My nose is fucked up. Oh!
Vader looks weird
Can't
with the mask.
believe we drank the
Ew, you're all
whole
fucked
thing.
up.
So we're so far.
That's the shit.
Why?
Fucking hurry up and wait. Fucking drive all fucking day in a boat, freezing my fucking tuchus, and I get here and I'm fucking sitting in a car looking like we're smoking dope.
Hey, Rhino?
The windows are all faggy.
Back up, G.
Fucking sucks. Sucks fucking
Why
dog.
are you trying to be so vain, man? He's checking himself out. You're not a pretty boy. You're a Rhino.
Man.
I don't think his horn's that big either.
You're supposed to be a
Dude,
Rhino.
don't start rumors that aren't true. What the hell? Fuck, I wonder if we're gonna get free food here.
What the fuck are you doing? Do anything. That's my hand. Put my hand on
You're ugly. When you drive around home, so ugly most of the IW hardcore wrestlers are.
Warm here.
Let's go.